So I've been putting all these videos out about how to live a better life, how to live the best life that you can have. And a lot of people out there are like, well, how do you start? And I think the best way to start is to start with things you can control. And one of the biggest things you can control is your level of personal fitness. Um, I'm a trainer. I've been a trainer for the last 10 years. I have worked with a lot of different people of all body types, all shapes, all sizes. And, I recently left a lot of that behind because I wanted to focus on building Warrior Soul. But I see a need to kind of address some of the things that I see. One of the things about the fitness industry right now is that it's so obsessed with aesthetics. It's so obsessed with how people look. And for a large part, that was always true. You go back to the ancient Greek statues, it's always this kind of chiseled body. The Roman statues, always this kind of chiseled body that we see. And people were obsessed with it back then as well. But there's an inherent problem, I think, with today's society where people avoid fitness because they think one of two things. Well, one, I'm never going to look like that anyways. Two, if you look at it from an aesthetics point of view, where it's just about looking good and about being ripped and about being muscular and about being strong even, what it comes down to is you start to think that it's a luxury. You start to think that it's something for people who have time to do it. And I hear all the time, or I heard all the time in my training career from people who had kids, and they're like, well, I've got a house full of kids, I got kids to feed, I can make sure that, I'm able to feed them, and I'm able to be around for them, all these other things. But here's the thing. If you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not taking care of your fitness, and you're not taking care of that, one of the few things in this world you can control, your body, you can't control a lot of your bodily functions, but you can control the way in which you work on your body to ensure it's as healthy as possible. Well, when it comes down to it, if you're not seeing to that, you're not going to be around for your children in the long run. Like, yeah, you might beat the odds, you might get by, and you might live to a normal life expectancy without taking care of yourself and seeing your fitness and watching your diet. But the reality is cancer, diabetes, and heart disease are killing more people in this country than terrorism ever did. It's a plague of modern society. And so if you want to roll the dice and you want to say, okay, I'm just not going to do this because I don't have time to right now, then fine, take that gamble. But if you want to increase your odds of surviving for your children and providing for them and maybe seeing them through college or seeing them to grow up, or maybe meeting your grandchildren one day, the fact is, excuse me, training and watching your diet are ways of doing that, and they're things you can control. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to spend an hour and a half a day in the gym. It doesn't necessarily mean that you got to eat nothing but chicken and broccoli all day long. But get into the gym or get outside and move for 30, 45 minutes each morning before everybody wakes up, right? Or maybe right after you come home from work, you get everybody's dinner together and stuff like that. Maybe you go out and you go out for a 45-minute walk. And maybe if you want to do a little bit more, then you go to the gym and you do your basic movements. And when you eat, maybe you try to avoid fast food. Maybe you try to avoid alcohol. Maybe you try to consume mostly whole natural foods. And there's a big controversy there about all food being natural and things like that. You know what I'm talking about. Non-packaged friggin' food that you prepare in your house rather than food you get from a fast food restaurant. So, but these are just kind of simple choices we can make that could have huge benefits for our life expectancy. But not only that, they could have benefits for your mood. You know how much nutrition affects how you feel each day? If you eat a lot of sugar, you know how much that affects your energy. If you're having a hard time getting up out of bed in the morning, eating less sugar can really help. Eating good food can help as well. It helps your brain, it helps you think, helps you have more energy, have more sexual energy, so you and your partner can be closer together. And it also helps with your mood. So when you are dealing with your kids and they're running around, jumping on the couch, pulling at your hair or anything like that, you know, in a lot of ways, this can be a thing. It could be the first step to a better life. And it's something you have full control over. And it's not something that you need to spend tons of money on. You can get a gym membership if you want, or you can just increase your physical activity outside. That's free. You can, rather than spending your money on packaged food, rather than spending your money on cookies for the kids or anything like that, maybe getting them healthy snacks and teaching them good habits, you know. Maybe just trying to do small things, you know, changing the diet a little bit. Maybe there should be less pizza. Maybe there should be less Burger King. Maybe there should be less fast food. Maybe there should be just more vegetables, you know. Little things can create really big dividends when it comes to fitness. And it could have huge impacts on your health. It can have huge impacts on you. It could have huge impact on your life, and can be the beginning of something positively awesome for you. And that's why I encourage it. If you ever have any questions for me, you can hit me up anytime. info@warriorsoulfitness.com. I also, like I said, I'm not online training anymore. I just put up some extremely inexpensive plans on the Warrior Soul Fitness site, like $3 for a plan, whereas I used to charge $50 for a plan. So you guys can get those for like a couple of bucks if you want to. I'm not really trying to make money off of it anymore, but the company I partner with says I have to charge something. And if not, and you don't want to do that, just follow me on Instagram. I put a lot of my workouts up there. You can get those for free. All right? I love you all. Take care. Peace.